Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God has ever created.
Again, here's Curry for the record. It's good!
We've all seen Curry rain threes from distances that defy basketball logic. But what do the legends and ball maestros of the NBA think about the man who turned shooting from downtown into an art form? From the hallowed halls of Davidson College to shaking up the league and claiming the MVP throne not once, but twice, Curry's narrative is more than just jump shots and crossovers. It's a testament to grit, determination, and a relentless pursuit of greatness. So sit tight, because today we're uncovering the real talk, the unfiltered opinions, and the behind-the-scenes buzz on what NBA legends and players truly think of the one and only Stephen Curry. Paul George. First off is LA Clippers' own Paul George. Straight from the airwaves of Podcast P, George doesn't hold back when he talks about Curry's impact on the game. Paul George said, "He's got a lot on his resume that he can add to that GOAT conversation. He'll go down as the best shooter in league history. I don't think nobody is catching his three-point field goals made. You're a GOAT to me if the league changed because of you, right? And to your point with Steph, the threes being shot, the range people shooting threes from, Steph transcended the game." Let that sink in. Transcended the game. We're not just talking about scoring points here. We're talking about redefining the entire game. George firmly believes that Curry's legacy goes beyond being the best shooter in league history. Now, George acknowledges that there are multiple GOATs in the NBA, each leaving their mark. But when he throws Curry into that conversation, it's about the marriage of a stellar career and a seismic impact on the sport. The combination of the two, according to George, solidifies Curry's spot among the greatest of all time. Michael Jordan. Now, Curry, in a candid moment on Gilbert Arenas' podcast, didn't shy away from the greatness debate. When asked if he's the greatest point guard ever, he paused, then confidently said, "Yes." This statement ignited a fiery discussion on ESPN's First Take, with Stephen A. Smith weighing in on Curry surpassing Magic Johnson. Michael Jordan, the man who defined an era, wasn't just a spectator. He sent Smith a lengthy text, firmly asserting Magic Johnson's status as the best point guard. MJ acknowledges Curry's shooting prowess, but he firmly plants Magic Johnson on the point guard pedestal. MJ wrote, "Steph Curry is by far the best shooter of all time. Yes, his movement has created many shots for his teammates. He's a career 43% three-point shooter. But Magic Johnson invented the triple-double. Not true invented, but makes it more noticeable in terms of the impact on the game. It's a point guard stat, to be honest." What goes unsaid in the text is the history between MJ and Magic. Jordan defeated Magic in the 1991 NBA Finals for his first championship. The rivalry and respect between the players from different eras adds an intriguing layer to the debate. The unspoken rule in sports is that players often side with those that they competed against. LeBron. LeBron James also acknowledges Steph's greatness. The NBA's all-time scorer said, "We're all witness to what Steph Curry has done in his career and the way that he's changed the game. He's a once-in-a-lifetime basketball player." Now, what's blowing minds here is how quickly Curry has skyrocketed up the all-time three-point list. Ray Allen, a three-point legend in his own right, held the record after 1,300 games. Curry? Just 789 games. Curry is not just breaking records, he's redefining them. Remember those epic NBA Finals battles between LeBron and Curry from 2015 to 2018? Warriors versus Cavaliers, a clash of the titans. Despite the fierce on-court rivalry, LeBron is acknowledging the game-changing impact Curry brought to the court. No bad blood here, just mutual respect between two of the greatest players the league has ever seen. Ray Allen. Now, when Ray Allen talks, shooters listen. In an interview with Sean Powell of NBA.com, Allen dished out some serious praise for Stephen Curry. Allen said, "He's on his own level, one he made for himself. He's done such a great job, and he has such great character as a person, and you root for people like that. He's getting everything he deserves." Curry's revolution. I don't care if you're a baller or just a casual fan. You can't deny that Steph has left an indelible mark on basketball culture. His talent is like a magnet, drawing in fans, players, and coaches alike. The commitment he brings to the game is infectious, inspiring a generation to step up their game and redefine what's possible on the court. You hear the term three-point revolution, and you can't help but think of Steph. Steph's wizardry beyond the arc has changed the game, making the three-pointer not just an option, but a necessity for teams and players across the league. Jerry West. Let's bring in the man himself, Jerry West, the guy whose silhouette is in the NBA logo. West graced Paul George's podcast and dropped knowledge bombs about Steph. He said, "He's a better all-around player than he gets credit for. When you watch him now, at one time, I didn't think he was a good defender. I think he's a terrific defender." Let's unpack that for a moment. West played in an era where defense was the name of the game. For him to recognize Curry's defensive skills is like passing the torch to a new era of basketball excellence. It's a testament to Curry's evolution as a player, challenging and shattering preconceived notions. Kyrie. Now, Kyrie's been in the trenches against the Warriors throughout his career, and after a showdown at Chase Center, he didn't just talk about a game, he talked about a revolution. Kyrie reflects, "The guy has completely revolutionized the game. Going against each other has been great, but I think studying each other has been even more of a special bond." That is some next-level respect. Curry's resume. Now, for a moment, let's soak in Curry's accolades. A 4-time NBA champion, 9-time All-Star, 2-time scoring champ, 2-time MVP, and the all-time leader in three-pointers made. That's a resume that screams greatness. But despite the jaw-dropping stats, there's been a curious reluctance to place him alongside the usual GOAT suspects. Why? Is it the baby-faced assassin look? The fact that his scoring prowess revolves around a shot that wasn't even a thing until 79? Or is it the sheer disbelief that someone could play the game in a way that feels almost extraterrestrial? The 2022 NBA Finals became Curry's canvas, where he painted a masterpiece that silenced the skeptics. The Finals MVP trophy, the missing piece in his collection, now sits on his mantle. Shaq. Critics, including Shaq, are beginning to place Curry in the pantheon of NBA greats. Unprovoked, on his podcast, Shaq said, "The best player in the world is Steph." No qualifiers, no ifs or buts. Shaq, Kenny Smith, and the crew were chatting about the powerhouse that is the Western Conference. Shaq then states, "Nobody's going to beat the best player in the world, Steph Curry. The real ones are recognized by the championships that you have. Nobody plays better than Steph Curry. He's a tough shot taker, tough shot maker." Steve Kerr and others have taken notice of Curry's peak physical condition at 35. Shaq predicts more accolades stacking up in the seasons to come. The conversation, once centered around the greatest player today, is evolving. Could we be witnessing the rise of Curry as the best to ever grace the hardwood? Kerr. In one of the away games, Kerr faces the press post-game, and the inevitable question arises. What's with the overwhelming support on the road? Kerr doesn't hold back. He credits it all to the Curry effect, saying, "He's the modern MJ. I used to see this playing with the Bulls. Half the crowd has red number 23 jerseys on. Now half the crowd has blue and yellow number 30 jerseys. Steph transcends the game. He elicits an emotion from people." Klay. Klay Thompson, the other half of the dynamic duo with Steph Curry, shared some insights after a game, shedding light on Curry's often overlooked passing prowess. Klay, who has been riding shotgun with Curry for a decade, steps up to the mic during the post-game interaction, and he says, "I think this is something that he's always done. I've played with the guy 10 years now. He's always been able to pass just like this. Just his scoring is so good, it can get overlooked sometimes." When you've got a player whose scoring is on another level, the finer aspects of their game can sometimes be overlooked. Klay's been witnessing this for 10 years, and he wants the world to know that Curry's playmaking is as elite as his scoring. When asked about the crucial role of a point guard's passing in the game, Klay doesn't hold back, emphasizing the importance of making the right reads on the court. Klay draws a parallel between the point guard's role and that of a quarterback in football. In his own words, "It's incredibly important for your point guard to make the right reads. It's like a quarterback on the football field. He sees the game better than almost anybody." Stephen Curry's impact on the NBA is nothing short of legendary. His game, a masterclass in skill and finesse, has left an indelible mark on the league. As we've heard from NBA legends and current players alike, the respect for Curry is universal. Now, before you bounce, don't sleep on this next video. Stephen Curry just dropped a warning that is sending shockwaves through the NBA. Trust me, you won't want to miss this. go ahead and hit play. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time, keep ballin', keep grinding, and keep it Mr. Sports. It's a wrap for now.